Hello everybody, welcome back. It's another double upload day today. Aren't you lucky, and aren't I lucky for being able to relay all this fun and exciting PSVR2 news over to you? We're covering the new Gran Turismo update in about an hour's time, but for now, sit back, relax, and let's talk about the PSVR2 app that's just appeared on Steam, when it releases, its minimum specs, its details, all that good stuff. Before we get into it though, please feel free to like and subscribe. It's the best way to support the channel. We've just reached 10k, we're going onwards and upwards to our next goal of 20, so any help will be appreciated. Anyway, let's talk about the PSVR2 app that just popped up. Being listed on Steam as of today, as the time recording, so yesterday as of publishing, the PSVR2 app releases on the 6th of August, and its description says, enjoy VR games and apps on Steam with PlayStation VR2. Install the PSVR2 app to use PSVR2 on your PC, set up your PSVR devices, I'm assuming the controllers, which will connect through Bluetooth, which we'll get into in a bit, keep the firmware for the PSVR2 and the PSVR2 Sense controllers up to date, so doing everything that your PS5 would do in terms of firmware and updates for the headset. This app is free, you don't have to pay for it at all. They would be a bit ridiculous to charge you after you've paid £600 or £500 for a headset, but again, it'll unlock in about 10 days on August 6th, which is a day before the adapter actually goes live to everybody in the public. Now, we actually don't know if there's going to be pre-orders at the time of recording. We're assuming there are because of the leaks in a couple of websites, like some German blogs and some German retail stores, but we don't know, especially here in the UK, if I'm going to be able to get it on launch day. I hope so, as I really want to cover it, but this app will be ready to install the day before on the 6th. Let's dig a little deeper, as they say, about this software, as they reveal that you can adjust all the settings for your PSVR2 via the Steam VR dashboard, which is opened with a button press. I'm assuming either the share button or the options button will do this on the PSVR2 controllers. So you can set your play area and your screen brightness. I'm assuming a couple of other settings might be there, like refresh rate. I'm not sure if that's something we're going to be able to adjust as a user. I hope so. It's usually quite standard for headsets that you can adjust the refresh rate from 90 to 120 to 60 Hz, whatever you want. Hopefully the option is also here too. And the render scale resolution of the headset will also be there if you want to bring it down to 1080p so it runs a bit better. Hopefully we also get those options, but I'm not sure. You need to keep the app installed after the initial setup, so it always has to be there like a little helper. Same that you get with the Quest headsets and the DPVR headsets and Pico headsets. All of these need separate software to keep them up to date and keep them going. The system requirements require a 64-bit processor and operating system, Windows 10 or 11, an Intel Core i5-7600 or an AMD Ryzen 3 3100, 8GB of RAM. As for the graphics card, we're looking at GTX 1650 or later, or NVIDIA RTX series, or an AMD Radeon RX 5500 XT or later, or a 6500 XT or later. I myself have a 6700 XT, and honestly, I'm not the wisest on PC specs. I know what everything does, and that's about the extent of it. So I'm learning all the time, but these specs seem pretty solid. You know, not too high, not too low, enough to run the headset at a good resolution. The storage space needed is 700 megabytes as well, but this is the minimum specs, and their recommended is a 3060 or 6600 XT, but you can run it off, you know, your 1650 or 6500 XT. I'm not sure if at this stage you'll be required to sign into your PlayStation account when loading up this app. I don't see why you would, aside from the fact that this is a Sony piece of software, but nothing in the headset connected with Steam should require you to sign in or make an account, and there's no indication of that on the page here. It talks about the EULA for the PSVR2 app with an agreement to that third-party EULA, but yeah, I wouldn't see any reason really why it would need to. But who knows, it's Sony, they do like to keep all their backs covered, so we'll see. That's really exciting though to see this pop up. I'm definitely gonna get that installed and ready, and hopefully, fingers crossed, be able to get my hands on the adapter for launch day. That's my hope, and fingers crossed for the future. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Are you excited for PSVR2 on PC? Are you excited for the Gran Turismo video in about an hour where we're looking at the update? It was so good. Gotta say a big thanks to our patrons and YouTube members, Luke Bentley, Phil Irving, Hazit Mirza, Ace Gamer, Hippie Pickle, Jin007, A License to Chill, Sun WTF, Piosco, Fat Controllers, and Jason Parker. I know all of you by name now, and if anyone else joins, I'll have to revise my list and get that extra name added on the end. But all of you are fantastic, and if you'd like to join this list of names, feel free to do so by joining the Patreon or YouTube membership in the description. Thank you all for watching once again for this quick little video talking about the app, and I'll see you all in the next one.